YouTube, this is FourthStarTCG and welcome back to the Pokemon TCG Online. Today we're going to be taking a quick break from our Steam Siege decks to go over a very important deck that if you're playing the Pokemon World Championships or if you're going to be watching them, you absolutely have to know. It pains me very much to be featuring this deck in this video because I absolutely hate this deck. It takes zero skill. It is possibly the most stupid deck archetype that the Pokemon Company International has ever put out there. It's made by their own bad decisions and their own failure to understand their own metagame, and this is why this deck is so powerful. You guys know it. It's Night March. So we are featuring Night March today in our TCG Online video. I'm featuring it today and then I'm never playing it again. I promise you I'm never using this deck online ever again. It's basically all you do is you click Trainer's Mail, you click Battle Compressor, you Battle Compress away your Night Marchers, you do 20 times the number of Night Marchers in your discard pile, you figure out how much damage you have to do, and you win. There's zero skill, there's nothing about getting your hand out, like with Yen Mega Break or something. You've got to view your hand, see how many outs you have to get that hand down to 4. Even with other decks, you really have to figure out how to best match it, how to get around your good matchups and your bad matchups, how to play those games. This deck has basically no bad matchups. Its only bad matchup is like turn 1 Trevenant. That stops this deck. But then we play 2 Hex Maniac. So this deck can really get around. This deck can win any matchup. There's really no auto loss. Turn 1 Trevenant, incredibly difficult for it. If you can't get your Hex Maniac out and your items down, then you're probably going to lose. But other than that, we play counters for every single thing that is meant to go up against this deck. So for the Pokemon, we have 4 Joltik, 4 Lampent, and 4 Pumpkaboo, all with Night March. You're always going to want to compress away your Lampent. And if you don't know, Night March, 20 damage times the number of Pokemon with a Night March attack in your discard pile. Generally, you're going to want to be hitting 9 Night Marchers in the discard pile because that gives you 180, which knocks out EXs. That's really what this deck is meant to do, is go up against EX decks, high HP decks, and win the prize trade. Because if they knock out your Night Marchers, then they're just bumping up your attacks. So we play 4 of Joltik, Lampent, and Pumpkaboo. You're always going to want to compress away your Lampent first because you can't use that to attack. We play 2 Mews with Memories of Dawn, which allows us to use the attacks of all of our basic Pokemon in play. Very simple. We can attack with Mew and not give up one of our Night Marchers, because if we're going against those EX decks, we do have to compress a lot of Night Marchers away, and we want to protect those on our bench if we have to use them to attack. We don't want to lose all of our Night Marchers because we don't play anything to get them back into the deck. 2 Shaymin EX just for consistency. You can play this deck list with 3, but I feel like that ends up clogging up the bench if you play down 3 Shaymin EX. Especially if you've got Mew down or something like that, that can clog up the bench pretty quickly. I find 2 is perfectly fine. If you're running a Worlds build and you're serious about competing, you probably want to bump that up to 3, find something to cut here and there. But in my testing, I found that 2 is perfectly fine. I've run into no problems with 2. So that's all the Pokemon. Now into the items. 4 copies of Battle Compressor. That's very simple. Just like I was talking about, there you can run counters to every single matchup. You're having trouble with Seismitoad, Giratina, this shuts this deck down pretty much. You got Enhanced Hammer, you got Xerosic. You get those 2 going, you're able to shut down Seismitoad, Giratina pretty easily. You can get rid of both Double Dragon Energies on Giratina in 1 turn if you hit those cards correctly. We got 2 Special Charge to shuffle in our double colorless energy back into the deck. You can only play 4, so you want to shuffle those back into the deck. They're going to get removed somehow. Play 2 Special Charge for that. The reason I play 2 is because it's very easy for one to have to be discarded early in the game with Ultra Ball. And if you have no other way, or if one of them's prized or something like that, it's going to be difficult to get that back. 2 special charge, 1 town map to see the prizes. If the night marchers are prized, you're going to want to pick those up as soon as possible. 4 trainer's mail for consistency, 4 ultra ball to get these out. All of our Pokemon are less than 90 HP except for Shaman, but ultra ball allows you to discard cards from your hand, get ready for those Shamans, get those night marchers into the discard pile, discard your supporters for VS Seeker, which we play 4 of. 2 copies of Hex Maniac, that beats Trevenant. It also beats anything else with abilities that shuts you down. Pyroar, it's not really running around, it shuts that down. Anything that you can't hit and you have trouble with, then Hex Maniac deals with it. 2 copies of Lysander to bring up benched Shaman EXs and kill them. 1 copy of N. You don't really want to be shuffling and drawing to your prize cards because you're going to be taking lots of prize cards quickly. So your N's going to be ending you down to 4, ending you down to 3, 2. It's not very favorable number, so you only play 1 of those. 1 Pokemon Ranger. You win versus Jolteon. You win versus Stardust Jirachi. That removes all those effects. And I mean, Steam C's just gifted this deck counters to its most difficult matchups in stuff like Stardust Jirachi and Jolteon, and in stuff that would remove your DCEs and lose all your DCEs. Now you can get all those back. 4 copies of Professor Sycamore, 1 copy of Teammates, 1 copy of Xerosic, 3 Dimension Valleys, only for our Pumpkaboo and our Mew to attack. 2 Fighting Fury Belts, stops stuff like Joltik from getting knocked out from Mega Alakazam's Kinesis, like a lone Crobat or something that you find on the ladder. 1 Float Stone for the Shamans if they get caught in the active. You're never going to want to retreat with these. You're never going to need to retreat. 4 Double Colorless Energy and 2 Psychic Energy. It's a very simple deck build. Very little energy. Some things that are specific about my personal deck build, I don't run any Puzzle of Time. I know this is weird. A lot of Night March decks will run 4 copies of Puzzle of Time, but I really don't see the need. I mean, I haven't play tested this a ton. This is just, I built this for this video. I've played maybe about 5 matches with this, and I never found the need to get back any of my cards from the discard pile. I mean, you wouldn't mind having them back, but really Special Charge gets back your Double Colorless Energy. That was the main target for Puzzle of Time. Before Special Charge was released, was to get back your Double Colorless Energy if they were in the discard pile. Special Charge does that for free. You don't need to have 2 in your hand. And that's really the only thing that this was used for in Night March. I mean, looking at the top 3 cards of your deck, rearranging them, that's helpful, but you're always going to want to play the 2 of. We play VS Seekers to get back our supporters. If you're playing against Seismitoad Giratina or something like that, it would be nice to Puzzle a Time for Xerosic and Enhanced Hammer. But you can VS Seeker for Xerosic and do stuff like that. I mean, it's very simple. We also play the Mew and the Psychic Energy to get around Giratina EX. So if we can't play our Double Colorless, we can play our Psychic Energy. And, I mean, you can play any type of energy in this deck. I played Psychic because, I mean, what the hell. Heck, you could play Fire Energy in this deck because you're always going to be attacking with Colorless. So that's our deck build. It's incredibly simple. It's very skillless. Hopefully you can see this in the couple matchups that I'll be playing. We'll get some right here. And you can see the name of the deck. If you watched Kyle Puka in his videos, you'll know what that's a reference to. But we're on Bad Deck Monday, so we're gonna look for an opponent. Like I said, I really don't like this deck. I'm going to be playing it this one video and then I'm going to delete it. I'm not a big fan of this deck. I can talk. I'll talk about the the reasons why I don't like it in this video as we set up to play here. Basically, Pokemon just messed up with their. I mean, you always get a good starting hand. You got Ultra Ball for Shaman. Yeah, I'll put down that Joltik. You got Ultra Ball for Shaman, we got Battle Compressor, yeah, we Ultra Ball away our Lampent, and see, this is why I play 2 Special Charge, unless we draw something that can be discarded. If we draw something like a DC, you're going to want to discard that onto the Joltik. Yeah, so there we go. We draw our second Lampent, which isn't the best, but we can battle compress here. We can get rid of the other 2 Lampent, and one of our Pumpkaboos is prized. Both of our Shamans are there. Both of our Mews are there. That's nice. Town map, 3 battle compressor, 1 trainer mail prize, 1 sycamore prize, I believe. Enhanced hammer's there. Nope, our other sycamore's there. 1 psychic energy, and all of our DCEs are there, so that's good. So we are going to Ultra Ball, grab our Shaman EX, can attach our Fighting Fury Belt here, drop our Shaman, get up to 6 cards. Hopefully we shall grab, we got a Psychic Energy. I'm going to Sycamore all of this away. Hopefully we shall grab a DCE off of this. We don't, but we have, we'll town map. I mean, we can just continue to dig here. Yeah, there's our Pumpkaboos, our Ossic in the prizes, our second Lysander Fighting Fury Belt. Not sure if I want to play the Dimension Valley just yet. We can Ultra Ball away a Sycamore and a Trainer Mail. And grab our second Shaman. You gotta find that DCE. Play the Dimension Valley just so we get more cards. What are we hitting? So 4, 5, 6, 7. We are hitting 140. We need 2 more Night Marchers in the discard pile. If we grab a Battle Compressor and a DCE, that would be fantastic. We are able to grab the DCE here. Hit the Mew as well. You get the double colorless. We've already played our supporter. We aren't able to knock this out, I don't believe. Yeah, we'll hit 150. If we had 2 more Night Marchers in the discard, we would have been able to knock this out. But we will be able to special charge next turn, because I'm probably going to Sycamore. I believe he's going to be able to knock us out. If he gets another energy, Missile Jab will do 60 if he doesn't get a Muscle Band or anything, and we'll live that. But, I mean, we've already got 150 damage on this Lucario. Not bad. So as he's setting up to play, the reasons I hate this deck is because Pokemon Company International didn't see what they did wrong. In Night March and in Phantom Forces, they picked the perfect counter to Night March. They printed the perfect counter in Lysander's trump card with Battle Compressor and everything. It was an alright deck, but if your opponent played Lysander's trump card, you'd lose. It was balanced. You'd shuffle all your cards back in your discard pile, and then you'd have to set up all over again. So, and then Pokemon didn't realize that when they printed Shaman EX in Roaring Skies, then Seismitoad Shaman would become an issue. They did not realize that Seismitoad Shaman would become an issue, so then they had to ban Lysander's trump card, which I'm always of the opinion that the meta that you have is balanced as it is. So the Phantom Forces meta was balanced, and then they introduced they introduced, sorry, I'm focusing on the game here. But they introduced stuff, and it was just, it didn't work out. We got the Pumpkaboo here. That's nice. I should have promoted the Mew, because then we could hit for weakness, but I guess it wouldn't matter. We're going to Enhanced Hammer here, get rid of that. We are going to Special Charge, because then we're going to Sycamore. Is our Lysander in the discard? No. Seeker for Professor Sycamore. Hopefully is TCGO working here. So I'm going to click on the Sycamore and play it. Yeah. So then they unbalanced the meta. They did something that I really didn't like in making... I have to hit this. That's the only problem. We'll set that down. And we'll Night March. Sorry, it's a little weird. TCGO is messed up here. And hopefully we'll be able to respond with our Pumpkaboo here. Yeah. This is going to be our last Joltik. And we got a couple Pumpkaboo here. VS Seeker for Karina. But we still have 3 DCEs in the deck. But yeah, so they unbalanced the meta. They banned Lysander's trump card, and then they didn't print Karen and Steam Siege. So now Night March is so overpowered. They keep printing cards that give Night March even more of an advantage in Special Charge and Pokemon Ranger and Steam Siege. Now Night March had to play 4 puzzle a time to get back its DCEs. Now it only has to play Special Charge. You had to play High Council Lysander, and you had to basically hope to Lysander your way around Jolteon and stuff like that. I don't think we need to battle compress anything else. Yeah, here's 8 and 9. That's 180. That's all we need. I can end him to 4 and myself to 6. I feel like that's the best play here. I'll take 1 card less. There's another Pumpkaboo. We got a Teammates for next turn. I assume you'll knock us out with that Lucario on the bench. But yeah, we will. Did he hex us? No. Ah, we don't have a Dimension Valley. Okay. Well, let's hope we get one off of here. There we go. Yeah, I was scared for a second there. But there we go. Night March for 520 damage on that Lucario. Alright, I want a Psychic Energy for my next Mew. And I also want a Fighting Fury Belt. Do I? Do I want a Pumpkaboo? You already got the Pumpkaboo. I'll take the Zerosik. I don't know what he's going to come out with. I mean, he's going to come out with this. Can Turbo Assault for 60. We don't have any Joltiks left. So I should have taken something else off the prizes. I don't know what else I would have taken. A Trainer's Mail or something. But, I mean, he's going to knock us out. We can Teammates for the DCE. No problem there. But would it be better to Lysander? I mean, it's going to end me down to 4. If we can get a DCE and a Lysander, that would be great. We don't get that. He attaches the Focus Sash to the Garchomp and he Turbo Assaults for 60. Focus Sash is really difficult for Night March to deal with because we don't play Startling Megaphone. Probably should, but not exactly feeling it in this matchup. We got the Battle Compressor. That's not really something we need here. I can VS Seeker for Sycamore. I feel like that's our best bet. I mean, what else are we going to do? Can we compress away stuff we don't want to pull? Yeah, because our Zerosik is not in there, so we couldn't have gotten that away somehow. I'm going to play down the Pumpkaboo. We're already hitting enough, and Sycamore. We got to watch out for our cards in the discard pile. There's our Zerosik. No DCE, which is annoying. There's the DCE in the top 4 cards. We'll pull the Lysander here. Honestly, I just want to retreat out into... I mean, this isn't gonna do anything really. Pumpkaboo and just hope he can't kill it because we got the fighting resistance. Yeah. I'm gonna battle compressor. Just get rid of like stuff I don't want to pull. We got no need for these Ultra Balls right here. No need for these Ultra Balls. No need for this Hex Maniac. We're gonna get a 50% chance of pulling the DCE off of the prizes. So that's gonna be that. Or not off the prizes, off of the deck. And we got 2, so that should be enough. If we Lysander, are all 4 of our VS Seeker gone? Yeah, so we're gonna have to play some shenanigans here with this Garchomp. But yeah, these Focus Sashes are quite annoying. So we do play the Jurassic, but he's got the strong energy, so 60 is going to be enough. I'm going to bite off for 80, I guess. There's the Garchomp again. There's the Turbo Assault for 60. He attaches. And he takes his prize. Well, let's hope we pull the DCE off of the top deck. And we can teammates for it. That's what we're going to have to do. But now we can't Lysander or Xerosic. So we weren't able to do that. I mean, I could have... I don't really know what I could have battle compressed everything, but then we'd only have 2 turns. So yeah, I mean, we can teammates for it. But he's going to be able to knock this out. I mean, we can Lysander the Shaman. Hope he doesn't have a way to get out. I mean, I don't even want to attach the energy. Yeah. That's just gonna have. We're gonna hope that there's no way for him to get out of the active here. I'm sure he's got some type of energy, Floatstone AZ, but if he can't, we got a chance. Either way, all 4 of our VS Seeker are gone. Yeah, I do think he has this game. But it's just not being able to compress enough Night Marchers to get the knockout on this Lucario EX. I mean, I suppose I should have Lysandered this. I should have Lysandered this. Yep. That was a total misplay by me. I should have Lysandered this, attached energy to the Mew, and Sky Returned, because I can copy the Shaman. So that's a misplay on my part. We're gonna lose the game, not because of the deck being at fault, but because of me not playing correctly. I'll take full responsibility for that, because this was at what, 1 something. So if we don't pull it here, we don't pull it. We'll teammates. There are our last 2 double colorless energy. We couldn't get them. We have to play our supporter for the turn. We couldn't Xerosic this Focus Sash away. A couple of annoying things there, but yeah, he's just gonna win. Good game. Yep, and that's gonna be it for this first match. Those Focus Sashes really messed us up. Not being able to compress enough Night Marchers, not hitting everything. Is TCGO really gonna do this, where it like stops at the end of a game? This has been happening to me a lot lately. But we will concede. Yep. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm gonna come back when I got another match. Welcome back to some more terrible deck videos. Oh man. And we're playing against Fire Lightning Dragon. This is going to be interesting. We'll call the coin flip heads. we lose, we'll see what our opponent has us do. We were playing against Toast. So yeah, I attempted to record another video. We had a good match, but TCGO ended up just freezing. I mean, like look at this hand. Like, we've probably got what? That's equivalent to. See, here's Jolteon. Great. We'll just find that Ranger. We'll discard the Ranger. Well, in this. I mean, his Flash Rays might hurt, but I'm gonna get rid of him. Like, you see the N, so we'll hit Battle Compressor. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if we can hit turn 2 170. That would be crazy if we could. We'll get rid of those Lampents, and we will get rid of Joltik, Pumpkaboo, Pumpkaboo. So now we're at 6, which is 120. We'll pop down the DCE. We'll Trainer Mail. If we get a Sycamore, that would be nice. We hit the Dimension Valley. That's going to be something we'll need. But do we want the Ultra Ball for the Shaman? I feel like Ultra Ball for Shaman just gives us more outs to that. Because then we haven't played a support or anything like that. We aren't going to be able to knock it out because of the Fighting Fury Belt. But we still got 2 compressors left, likely. So we'll be able to get that Ranger out. I can get all these cards in the discard pile. I'm going to do it. We might be overextending a little bit, but here's our Dimension Valley. Here's this. More compressor. We will compressor. Another Pumpkaboo. We get rid of our Ranger. So what are we at? We've got so many Night Marchers prized. Yeah, that's the problem. We got 7, so we're hitting 140. Yeah. We only had a town map. Well, I'll throw down this Joltik, and I'll Night March. Hopefully we hit some. Yeah, I mean, if he's not able to hit a DC, another Pokemon, we've got game here. There's another Jolteon. Hits the DCE. We have the Enhanced Hammer. If we draw a VS Seeker, then we can knock this out. No, but he knocks us out with Flash Ray, so actually we can knock him out with Joltik. Get a Max Elixir. I mean, I don't know if he's playing Jolteon, Volcarona, some Manectric in there, maybe. He is going to hit the second Max Elixir. Trainer Mail. So we'll see what he gets off of the Trainer Mail. Another Max Elixir. Can he hit 3? 3 Max Elixir in 1 turn? That would be insane. Yep, he hit it. Oh man, that's crazy. He's got another Jolteon powered up. That's just crazy. He hit 3 Max Elixir in 1 turn. Now he's gonna Flash Ray. Can we get that? I'm gonna throw up the Mew. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know why I played that Enhanced Hammer, but we'll hit this. We'll VS Seeker for Pokemon Ranger. We'll play it. And we shall Night March. We get a Lampent and a special charge. That'll be good, that special charge, because we'll be losing 2 DCEs here. We're probably going to have to teammates for like a Shaman and an Ultra Ball maybe. He's going to knock us out here with Flash Ray. Might have slightly overextended here. 4 of our Pumpkaboos are gone. We only got 2 Joltics in play, but I swear the rest are in the prizes. It's gonna end us down to 4. There's another Joltik. That's good. We still have the teammates, which is nice. I feel like this is like hard Night March counter right here. Jolteon, Giratina. He's gonna Flash Ray. Does 70. I'll throw up the Joltik. I'll throw down the Joltik. You're gonna have to teammates here. I want to get out. Yeah, this is difficult. He's Flash Raid, so we're going to need a VS Seeker for next turn. We're going to grab the Special Charge and the VS Seekers. That's going to allow us to shuffle our cards back, and then we can Ultra Ball away Dimension Valley Zoroark for Shaman to get us more cards. So unless he ends us in our next turn, this is what we want. Yes. Because there's no way we can attack this turn. Unless... No, because we've teammates already. Yes. So we grab VS Seeker and find that special charge again. Because we can't get our Pokemon Ranger back. So we will special charge. Shuffle these back. Ultra Ball away. Dimension Valley and Zoroark in order to grab our Shaman. Play down our Shaman. Draw, there's the DCE for next turn. And he's not affected by anything, so we're just going to end our turn here. I mean, I could have bet to get the DCE off of the Shaman, but I didn't really want to play that way. I mean, he knows we have the VS Seeker for Pokemon Ranger. And I'm like very certain that... Is he going to Lysander out the Shaman? He's going to end me. Yeah, that's going to be a pain. End of 4. We're going to have to hit the VS Seeker and the DCE off of this, which isn't terrible because we got 4 VS Seeker, 2 DCE. We got the 2 DCE and the Ultra Ball, but nothing we can do there. So he's going to knock us out. We got enough to one-shot him, but we need the VS Seeker for Pokemon Ranger. And we gotta preserve this Joltik too. We can pray he doesn't get an energy with this. Yeah. We can pray he doesn't get an energy with this. We'll get another... Hopefully I'm praying we'll get another Joltik off the prizes. That's our only hope, is to grab another Joltik off the prizes. That's going to be what we're going for here. We got a 50% chance of doing it. That's our only play. Night March is going to kill this at 180. Joltik, Joltik, Joltik. Dimension Valley. Floatstone. Ah, we lost. Unless he can... he's got to find an energy for this, but... He's going to be able to knock us out. and yeah, there's going to be no way that we can take our final 2 prizes. It was a 50% chance of hitting that Joltik because we have nothing else left in the deck. We got a Lampent in there, our 4 Pumpkaboo are down. Yep, and he's able to hit it. He's going to hit the special charge too. I mean, this was like hard Night March counter deck. Jolteon Giratina. Like, you can't get any more counter than this, and we still came incredibly close to winning. If we had pulled a Joltik off of the prizes, we would have completely beat this counter deck to Night March, which is built around Giratina to lock us out of our DCEs and our Dimension Valleys, and Jolteon to stop us from attacking. But we hit double Pokemon Ranger in order to knock out 2 Jolteons. We don't play any Revive, so he's going to Chaos Wheel for 100. And I mean, we can Shaman Loop, but like, what's that going to accomplish? 15 cards left in the deck. How many? Oh yeah, we can't play any special energy, so yeah, that's gonna work. Yeah, we have absolutely no way of taking our final 2 prize cards. So I'm gonna say, GG, last Joltik prized. Because we did have an out to winning if we pulled that Joltik off of the prizes. I'm just going to explain it here for a second. Because then we would have thrown up the Mew. Joltik would have been down. We could have, even though we couldn't have played Special Energy, through Renegade Pulse, our Dimension Valley is in. So then we could have found the Psychic Energy, the 1 Psychic Energy that was left in our deck, and attacked. We were already hitting 180 with Night March. So we came extremely close in that hard counter deck to Night March in that video, or in that match. So we'll get one final match here. And, I mean, of course we've gotten good matches here. So hopefully, okay, we've got Psychic Colorless. Is this Trev Break? Will we play like 2 hard counter decks to Night March? But I mean, I guess in the high ladder, that's all you get is Night March and counters to Night March. So, yep, he's playing Trev Break. No way, he's not playing Trev Break. If he didn't click that "I'm going first" button that fast. Oh man. No, he's playing Mewtwo. Okay, all right. I see you. This is a good matchup for us. This should be a good matchup for us. If we pull Trainer Mail, let's get a Battle Compressor off of this. We don't. We only grab a Fighting Fury Belt. That'll help us survive 1 turn, though. We're gonna need the DCE. We're gonna discard this Lysander and this Joltik. We shall grab our Shaman. We only have 1 Shaman this match. Dimension Valley. And Shaman. Shaman for 5 cards, that's good. Lampent, double compressor. Pretty sure that's good game if we can just throw all of these away. There's my cat. So what are we hitting? 2, 4, 3, 5, 6, 2, 5, 6, 7. We're hitting 140, 150. Sycamore away the Lampent. Draw all of our cards. That should do it. I'm just gonna Night March. And that does 170 damage. Good game. And that's what happens. My first turn, I can hit 170 damage, and I can knock out EXs. That's what Night March does. And I really did. I just clicked Ultra Ball. I clicked Shaman. That's all that I did. So you saw. I mean, I feel like I showed you how this deck works. You just completely destroy EX decks. Stuff like Jolteon Giratina. That's a hard counter. that guy was playing that deck just to win against Night March, and we had a 50% chance of beating him at the end because we hit that Pokemon Ranger twice. Flash Ray like didn't even matter to us in that match. So I feel like I showed off the extreme power of the Night March deck really well. I'm never gonna play it again. I hate it so much. But that's Night March for you. That's my build. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're going to Pokemon Worlds, or if you're going to be watching Pokemon Worlds, this is an incredible deck that you need to keep your eyes out for. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back very soon with all this Steam Siege hype. Check that out. We got Yveltal Break, we got Volcanion, we got Yanmega Groudon. That's all on its way. And if you're here for the cards, don't worry. If you're here for like me showing you actual Pokemon cards in real life, don't worry, those videos aren't going away. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stick around for more videos.